President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and Zambian President Hichilema sign agreements, discuss investment and regional security. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli inaugurates the Sports Expo 2025 running until February 26th. And remittances from Egyptians working abroad jumps 51.3% in 2024, reaching $29.6 billion. Good evening, and you're watching Q News, bringing you the latest updates from Egypt. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi received his Zambian counterpart Hakainde Hichilema at the Ittihadiyya Palace in Cairo. Egyptian presidential spokesman Ambassador Mohammed el-Shenawi has said President el-Sisi emphasized Egypt's commitment to enhancing political, economic and development cooperation, as well as sharing expertise with Zambia. Discussions covered investment opportunities, especially in the Lobeto Corridor project, and fostering ties between business communities in both nations. They also addressed regional and global issues, including Gaza, Sudan, the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Horn of Africa, and Red Sea security. Both leaders agreed to strengthen economic integration within Africa, leveraging frameworks like ACTFA, COMESA, and the tripartite free trade agreement. Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdel-Ati has addressed the 58th session of the UN Human Rights Council, where he highlighted global humanitarian crises and reaffirmed Egypt's firm rejection of the forced displacement of Palestinians. Abdel-Ati emphasized Egypt's commitment to stabilizing the Gaza ceasefire, ensuring the delivery of humanitarian aid, and pursuing reconstruction efforts without displacing Palestinians. He also highlighted Egypt's progress in advancing human rights through its national strategy, which includes legal reforms, national dialogue, and targeted initiatives for vulnerable groups, while reaffirming Egypt's cooperation with the Council. A number of Egyptian parliament representatives have stressed that the urgent Arab summit scheduled to be held on March 4th in Cairo will be a turning point in unifying the Arab position. They emphasized that Egypt's recent initiatives and President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi's foreign tours in recent months have successfully blocked the path of the forced displacement plan, while fostering a unified international stance in the support of Palestinian territorial unity and Egypt's national security. Egypt has reinforced its position as a leading tech investor, ranking third in Africa with $297 million invested across 89 deals. According to the Egyptian Cabinet's Information and Decision Support Center, IDSC, the country has also led Africa in fixed broadband internet speed and has advanced the Digital Quality of Life Index 2024, reflecting improvements in digital infrastructure, cybersecurity, and internet accessibility. Egypt's commitment to digital transformation and tech investment is driving innovation, economic growth, digital inclusion, and strengthening its role in Africa's evolving tech landscape. Chairman of the General Authority for Healthcare, Ahmed al-Subki, has participated in a grand celebration marking 70 years of Egypt-Japan development cooperation. Dr. Subki highlighted Egypt-Japan relations as a model for international cooperation, especially in healthcare quality and insurance. Dr. Subki invited Japanese officials to visit Egypt's healthcare facilities, thanked former JICA representative Ken Kato, and reaffirmed Egypt's commitment to integrating Japan's best healthcare practices. Egypt's House of Representatives, under the leadership of Speaker Hanafi Gebedi, has welcomed the recommendations made by Libya's House of Representatives and High Council of State, which are aimed at stabilizing Libya and advancing its political process. The Egyptian parliament reaffirmed its unwavering support for Libya's national institutions and their efforts to serve the Libyan people. It also commended the outcomes of the Cairo meeting, highlighting the significance of fulfilling Libya's aspirations for presidential and parliamentary elections. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli inaugurated the Sports Expo 2025, running until February 26th. With wide participation from major clubs, sports federations, and companies specialized in sports technology and investment, the three-day exhibition aims to transform the sports landscape by integrating technology and innovation. Sports Expo focuses on three key pillars: sports technology, sports investment, and enhancing fan engagement. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has met with the Minister of Supply and International Trade, Sharif Farouk, to review ongoing efforts to reform and govern the support system, ensuring aid reaches those in need. The meeting, attended by key officials, focused on restructuring the system by including eligible beneficiaries and eliminating ineligible recipients. Minister Farouk emphasized that the state is implementing strict policies to enhance transparency, prevent misuses, and optimize resource allocation. The reform aims to strengthen social justice, improve economic sustainability, and balance social protection with public resource efficiency. The House of Representatives, under the leadership of Speaker Hanafi Gebedi, has approved provisions for moral and ethical compensation for wrongful pre-trial detention during its general session as part of the amendments of the draft criminal procedure law. The newly approved amendments to the law mandate that the public prosecution, at the government's expense, publish every final ruling acquitting a person previously held in pre-trial detention, as well as any other order declaring no grounds to pursue a criminal case against them. These publications will appear in two widely circulated daily newspapers, aiming to offer moral compensation for the harm caused by wrongful pre-trial detention. Minister of Industry and Transport Khalid Al-Wazir has announced the allocation of 13.3 million square meters of serviced industrial land across 22 governorates. A total of 2,172 plots will be available through the Egypt Industrial Digital Platform as part of the government's efforts to strengthen the industrial sector. This initiative aligns with the government's directives to attract industrial investment, launch new projects, and integrate modern technology to enhance investor services. It aims to provide efficient access to industrial land and streamline the investment process for both local and foreign investors. The Minister of Health and Population has announced the remarkable success of the Women's Health Initiative, which has provided services to over 57 million women across the country. The initiative has recorded a total of 57,129,006 visits, demonstrating its widespread impact. The visit includes 22,459,695 first-time screenings, 22,256,493 regular follow-ups, and 12,413,817 ad hoc consultations. The initiative has played a crucial role in the early detection of breast cancer, with 31,418 cases identified. Over 416,000 mammograms have been conducted, and nearly 48,000 tumor samples have been analyzed. CEO of the Social Housing and Mortgage Finance Fund, May Abdelhamid, has announced the launch of an automated system for handling reconciliation requests related to violations of the social housing law. The system will process cases documented by judicial officers across the country against individuals found in breach of Social Housing Law number 93 of 2018. Since its launch, a total of 10,087 reports have been processed. Out of these, 3,940 cases have been successfully reconciled, with 4,253 convictions have been issued against violators. Additionally, 1,756 cases remain under prosecution, and 372 reported have processed to court trials. Minister of Housing Sharif Eshebini, in collaboration with the Minister of Foreign Affairs Badr Abdulati, has officially launched the website and outlined the implementation steps of Your Home in Egypt initiative. The platform enables Egyptians living abroad to reserve and purchase residential units in 12 premium projects as part of the first phase of the Your Home in Egypt initiative. The initial phase offers a diverse selection of 5,055 residential units and villas, including options for immediate delivery and others scheduled for gradual handover, with all units expected to be completed by the end of 2025. Remittances from Egyptians working abroad has jumped 51.3% in 2024, reaching $29.6 billion. According to the Central Bank of Egypt, remittances reached $3.2 billion in December, their highest level since the exchange rate liberalization. In November, they surged 65.4% year on year to $2.6 billion, following $2.9 billion in October. For the first 5 months of the fiscal year, remittances totaled $13.8 billion, a 77% increase from the $7.8 billion recorded in the same period last year. Moreover, during the first 11 months of 2024, total remittances reached $26.3 billion compared to $17.9 billion in 2023, highlighting a strong upward trend. The total trade volume between Egypt and Zambia has reached $96 million in 2024, marking a decline of $183 million in 2023. According to the latest report released by the Central Agency for Public Mobilization, Egyptian exports to Zambia grew $32 million in 2024, up from $18 million in 2023, reflecting a steady increase in trade activity. Meanwhile, Egypt's imports from Zambia declined significantly, dropping to $64 million in 2024 compared to $165 million in the previous year. The Zambian president and Egypt's deputy prime minister witnessed the signing of a memorandum of understanding aimed at enhancing investment cooperation between Egypt and Zambia. The agreement, signed by Egypt's General Authority for Investment and Zambia's Development Agency, aims to enhance joint projects, share expertise, and promote business partnerships. It focuses on improving Zambia's investment environment, exchanging information, and organizing delegations to explore opportunities, fostering stronger economic ties between the two nations. The EGX and Financial Regulatory Authority, FRA, are mulling a regulatory update to either scrap or revise the duration of a lock-up period on the ownership of substantial shareholders post-IPO. This proposed change would especially benefit state-owned companies, as the current rules mandate that these shareholders must freeze 51% of their shares for a minimum of 2 years for the first day of trading, during which time they cannot sell any of their holdings. AGX Chairman Ahmed Al-Sheikh explained that the goal of this change is to make it easier for government-backed companies to list the AGX before completing a full exit process. That brings us to the end of our news bulletin. Here's what we've been covering. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and Zambian President Hichilema signs agreement, discuss investment and regional security. Prime Minister Mustafa Madboudi inaugurates the Sports Expo 2025 running until February 26th. And remittances from Egyptians working abroad jumps 51.3% in 2024, reaching $29.6 billion. That's all for now. Remember to stay updated by following Qnews for the latest developments.